Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We are starting off today here in the world in a little 54-person free-for-all battle. We have a great spot down here in South America, excuse me. This one guy's a little bit close to us, but he moves really far away. He sees this great spot to us. That's super wonderful. We're going to have a lot of room. Other than this one guy right there, that's a concern. Hopefully he moves at the last second, and nope, he's going to be with us. But the guy that was in northern South America did move farther up into Mexico, so we just have this one guy to compete with. So we'll just see what we can do there. Now we will be a little bit more conservative in our opening, just trying out a different idea there. And he is the crown right now, but he's growing with all of his troops right away, so that is a little bit sign of a newer player. But now we're going to start going into our bigger growth phase and see kind of what we do. He attacks us immediately. Okay, so what we do in this is we'll say don't do that, and we'll ask him for kind of a little bit of leeway here. But biggest thing you can do in these situations is just ignore the person. He attacks us again, so he's going to be attacking us the rest of the game. We can basically count on that. Now, the great thing about this spot is we are so isolated that it's going to be hard for somebody to make us pay for these early attacks right off the bat. So we'll just ignore him, try and cut him off a little bit. And as soon as we get more opportunity, yeah, if he wants to go into this big bot, I'll join him. I do want to make sure I cut him off while attacking these very weak bots. That's a great opportunity there to just ensure that he is fully cut off. Now, this will entice him to attack us and only us. That's very reasonable and respectful. He wants a truce now. Absolutely not. We will take it, but that's going to be a paper truce. We are going to attack you as soon as possible. Oh, I thought that said Potato Empire. Portanto Empire below us is racing us, so we do need to kind of fixate on the bots he's going after. We'll go after Song as well and start pushing our way up north. Now, Spain is also pushing down south, so we need to be more aggressive going up north. We do have a lot of troops, and we are expending them pretty heavily to grab this land, but I think that's going to be worth it in the long run. So we do manage to cut off our buddy who attacked us right away. Spain wants a truce. This guy wants a truce. So let's build up our troops right here and just kind of be really patient. And looking up north, we do have Los Polos Hermanos and then that pink player above. Let's go into Spain right now, actually. Spain is super weak, so I think this is going to be a good move. Yes, we are wasting a lot of troops, but comparative-wise to our people around us, they don't really have a ton of troops. So let's go ahead, push through Spain, hopefully before Polos realizes it. And now that his name's above, he probably will see it and help us out attack Spain. Yes, he does. Okay, so we'll get a little bit out of this, but at least we get most of South America, and hopefully we can get a truce with Los Polos. And we'll go down south as well, because this guy's also really weak. We're being incredibly aggressive in the early game, but these opportunities are presenting themselves, and we really don't have anyone to challenge us on this. So things are looking good. Let's try and get a truce with Los Polos above and see if we can boat over there in time. It's probably not going to happen. Our boat's going to take forever to get there, especially from this spot in South America. But for right now, it seems like, wow, this man's a madman. He boated over into Africa. Okay, we'll let the Africa player deal with him as much as possible before we go into him. Yep, that's good. He's down to 60,000, so let's go ahead and finish him off here. And one more attack should do it. And down he goes. Wonderful. So we get the rest of South America minus the little spot down south that we do not have, but I'm going to ignore that player for right now. Save up my troops trying to get into Antarctica. That's still going to be a pretty good move, but yeah, North America, I'd like to keep Los Polos, even though he doesn't have a truce with us. Kind of has a buffer state between us and that large player in North America. Oh gosh, the Africa player did make his way down. Which boat is mine? It's really hard to tell. I don't know which one it is. If it's the closer one, we might be able to challenge him, but he is really low on troops, so I think saving up troops here was a good play. And if this is our boat, we're going to be in a good spot. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's sending weird boats. I don't know why his boats are coming from that direction instead of above or below where he is. And that was not our boat. That's our boat. Oh, okay. So we still have a lot of troops that we can push through. And I think that's going to be the play we do. We still have the crown by about 2,000 pixels, and we do have red interest. So we're going to be really aggressive down here in Africa. As soon as this boat hits, we're going to give a big attack to make sure we don't get cut off. And yeah, we basically landed with no troops because we had to boat for so far. So let's go ahead and finish off this player. Let's send a boat down here and just continue weakening him up. And I think we're going to go straight into Ugo right away. And the reason I want to take out Ugo before he gets a little bit stronger, because he's going to get the rest of Antarctica, so I'm going to keep punishing for that. Every time he is attacking, which he still is, he does have a lot of troops. So let's just continue going down here. Keep an eye on high for when that boat lands. And that boat did land, so let's go ahead and finish that off. Grab the rest of that land and expel a lot of troops to get this done. We do not want Ugo to build up to his full potential because he is quite the big player. He's actually in second place right now. So us having this advantage overtaking the second player is going to be huge for us. So we just need to keep working down Ugo. We do have a lot of troops to do it, so let's actually up our troops a little bit. Los Polos is not attacking us. They seem to have an uneasy truce with us, even though they won't give us the truce. And taking out this guy is going to be really good for us. And our boat we sent to Africa is going to land here any minute. And there we go. Now we have that. So we can be really aggressive here. He's down to 500,000 troops already, so we can just continuously push down. Player 348 above him is also attacking him as well. So that's looking really good. Let's just continue going into here. He's a bot now, and we'll finish off taking off the rest of Antarctica. And we have a commanding lead right now, just with that clutch boat that we were able to send out. And while we kind of have a little bit of downtime, I just want to apologize for yesterday's video. I realized it only came out in your left ear. Oh, so sorry about that. New microphone equals new settings, and not every setting is obvious. Hopefully that is fixed today. Just kind of looking at the microphone, it does look like it is much better. I also turned up the volume a little bit to make it a little bit easier to hear. So sorry about the kind of noise changes, but I do hope you appreciate the quality of the new mic. Now, we could go up into those two players. We did send a boat into Australia right now, and I think that's a good move. We could also take out this player before that boat lands. I have enough troops to take on both players at the same time, and I feel like that's a pretty good move rather than just having this guy on our borders. And it gives us access into Asia, which can be super useful in case there's a lot of movement up there. This guy's only got 3 million troops. He did get a chance to build up. He's a lot stronger than when the boat landed. So we'll go ahead and take a break from attacking player 348, who does become a bot and attacks that player above him. That's super great for us. We're going to be really making sure that we do not get kicked off Australia. The guy's desperately trying to do it, and now we kind of have him on the ropes, and we'll go back into player 348. So dual attacks for the win, and we conquer most of the world here in record time. And now we just have to make sure that we don't get ganged up on. Roman Empire does become a bot. Let's see if we don't lose. He attacks the Germanium. So now we can go into Roman pretty effectively. Now, Peppa Pig is getting really big, and he's already in Europe. So let's try and cut him off here in Europe. Germania does become a bot as well and pushes against the other bot, which is great news for us, as we're going to be able to take away most of this land. And we'll push through this player as well, just to make sure that we get access to most of Germania. Now, we are getting attacked by Peppa Pig right away. That's a smart move on his part, just trying to take me out early. And he does have similar troops to me, but the good news about my land is, even though with how aggressive I was being, I have such a dominant troop count that all I need to do is build up here. We built ourselves into a great position that we can absorb a lot of attacks and just kind of tucker them out a little bit. So we'll just kind of continue building up our troops, waiting for Peppa Pig to get a little bit on the weaker side. And he is about at 6 million troops, so we already have that advantage. We just need to be patient with this. Ottoman Empire is a clutch truce right now, as he's the only one that can really do damage. Now we can start going back into Peppa Pig, starting to knock him down a little bit. I'm surprised Los Polos Hermanos, okay, I was about to say, didn't attack us, but he does. He attacks us right now, and he's pushing through it. The attack is going to look a lot stronger because a lot of troops are in a compressed area, just kind of working their way up through Central America. So we'll go ahead and give a big attack back in there, give two to fill it up. And I think that should be the end of him. And yep, that's going to be a quick battle for him. And then we'll just continue to work through Peppa Pig. And as soon as we get this, Ottoman Empire, you can see, is trying to grab the rest of the people over there. If Peppa Pig had held on for a little bit longer and Ottoman was a little bit quicker, this would be a different story. Those two teaming up against me would be very dangerous, but we blitzkrieged our way through the world here, just lightning attacks after lightning attacks. And Ottoman Empire does attack us, but at this point he's the only player on the board really, other than Peppa Pig. But Peppa Pig is about to go down, so we can just ignore him for the time being, build up our troops, grab these islands along the way that we're going to need for 99%. Go up into here, and he gives out the heart, asks for the truce, and that's not us right there. Okay, well, let's go ahead, start working down this guy, saying no to the truce. You did attack me, so we'll start whittling him down a little bit by little bit, and we can actually start to increase these attacks a little bit. Let's give one more at the week and now increase it a little bit more. We have such a commanding troop presence, and we'll refill them so fast that we can go ahead and be very aggressive in these attacks. He's asking for second place, but he did attack me. I think he thought that Peppa Pig was still alive when he began this attack, so we'll go ahead and claim all of this as we wrap things up here. It was just kind of taking out the rest of the Ottoman Empire. So we'll go ahead and time lapse through the rest of this and get you to the end of the game. Alrighty, and that is going to wrap things up here. We'll just wait for the piece to come, and there it is. So GG's to all involved, and thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you've made this far in the video. If you have made this far in the video, hey, give it a thumbs up, really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put videos every day, but boys, I will see you in the next one.